Hello everyone. Today's video is about decision making. You must be wondering what is to do with decision making with the early years for just born to within the age of 6 years. So most of the time parents tend to decide for the child, but in day-to-day life as an adult we have lot of things to decide. So better the decision making, better the life. So this habit of making a decision appropriately is very important. So there is a lot of opportunity when the child is very small. So to give to practice the decision making habit is really very essential. What I have done with my children is whenever there was an opportunity to ask for decision from them, made sure that I use that opportunity to the fullest extent. Take for example of the behavior where in parenting and early years we would tell that even the behavior, the child decides whether to behave in a proper way or not. So it's again to do with the decision making. So more you empower the child with decision making, it's really good for the child in the day-to-day life. So what we do is few of the things which you can give in decision making. A few points I would say before I ask what all the activities you can do under decision making. See, while giving a decision making to the child, it is only two choices to be given to the small children, not more than 2 or 3 choices, not more than that, because it will be overwhelming for the child. Take for example of if you're opening up the cupboard for a 2-year-old child and asking the child to pick up the dress whichever the child wants to pick up, so it will be too many choices for the child. It will be overwhelming for the child. Even with no such things also, whichever toy you want to play, if you're talking about that, and whichever activity you want to do, so it will be overwhelming for the child. So it is basically, we recommend that you give a choice of only 2 or 3 choices maximum. And when you're giving a choice, first see that you're okay with any of the choice what the child makes. Like take for example, it's not like you give a choice of right and wrong. Try giving a choice of whatever, whichever the child selects. Take for example of a clothes. If you're giving a choice of a clothes and you ask the child to select from red or blue, you must be okay whichever the child selects. So that is very convenient for you as well as for the child. And while giving those choices to the child, use the word decide. Take for example, if I'm asking my son to decide whether he wants to have for breakfast chapati or dosa, I would ask decide whether you want chapati. So using the word decide is very important, because then there is a lot of chance that they know that they are making the decision. So that is very important. This is again with related to when they're growing old and when they are behaving inappropriately. So again it can be used very fruitfully, using the word decide. Something to give, it gives a responsibility to the person. So the child, most of the time when the right and wrong choice is given, when we use the word that decide, so it is better the child selects the right choice more than the wrong choices if you are making the usage of the word decide. And take for example, when you're doing this, lot of things which you can give. One is like food which you're already okay with. If you're asking for breakfast, as I've already gave the example of chapati or dosa or idli or whatever sandwich or anything, you have a choice of not more than 2 or 3. Ask the child. If you are confused, if the child if you're not ready and asking doesn't make sense, so you can ask the previous day itself what the child wants to eat for the breakfast or lunch or for dinner. Only 2 or 3 choices by giving 2 or 3 choices. So food, you can ask the child for decision, and you can ask for clothing, what the child wants to wear, footwear, what the child wants to wear, and the art and craft activity which the child wants to do, whether the child wants to do drawing or coloring. So you can give such options, and you can give options with related to the chores what the child wants to do. again 2 or 3 no choices. Within that choice, the books what the child wants to read, again 2 to 3 choices, or in a day also the activities, the schedule of the activity also you can take the help of the child for decision making. For me it is like according to the child's flow. In a day I would see that I would do book reading, music, playing, art and craft activity, rest of any activity with the child, seeing that whichever mood the child is in I would fit in. So accordingly when you're fitting in also you can ask the child, if I am asking, if I feel that child is in a mood of to do with the music, might be interested to play some musical instrument or sing or dance, so then I would ask the child whether you want to read the book or do music, sing a song. So the child selects between the activity. So in a day also activities also you can ask the child's decision. So this will help in a, why I'm saying is like give only right choices and 2 to 3 choices for a smaller children is you will not be in a dilemma if it is a right and wrong choices. Then for a 2-year-old child or a 2.5 or 1-year-old child, if you're asking about right and wrong choice, and if the child selects the wrong choice, then it's very difficult for you to say no to that child. Then it is not decision making. So hope you're getting my point. So if you're giving the decision making, the child has to decide and it has to be executed. So that's the reason when the child is not in a position of right and wrong decision, so try giving only right decision. As a child grows older, they are able to understand what you're saying, the language is developed, then you can give right and wrong choice. Then when the child selects the wrong choice, you can make the child, if it is not really harming the child nor to others, you can make the child to do that activity, and the child will get the result of it accordingly, positively or negatively, the benefit of it or repercussion of it. So this is for the little older kids who can understand the language very clearly. And when they're making when you're giving the right and wrong choice, don't bribe the child or convince the child or make it in such a way that again the child will follow what you want to do. So that is again a pattern. And when the language is developed, if you are explaining, so take for example, some parents might ask, do you want to brush the teeth to the child? So then the child say, no, I don't want to brush my teeth. Then you are in a fix what to do. So though you explain to the child with a story or anything like brushing the teeth, why is important, not brushing, what will happen, all those things, then still the child says, no, I don't want to brush the teeth, then you are in a fix that you must allow the child not to brush the teeth. So this can be manipulating, bribing, or all those scaring the child is not advisable in when you're following decision making activities with the child. Hope you have got some idea on decision making. It's very important for throughout the child's life. Start early.